Hey everyone, Lensmanoz here and welcome back to Manufactio. Last episode we were working on our this thing, the advanced coke oven, and we were making cold coke, I think it is. Go on. Power in, creosote out. Ooh, nothing in there. And this, be careful of the cables. We're taking pulverized coal in, and we're turning it into coke dust. And then the idea behind that is to take the coke dust and run it all the way over here, around that cable, into this guy, where he turns the coke dust into a hop graphite ingot. I think it's 8 coke dust turn into a hop graphite ingot. And then that will go all the way over here into the arc furnace. Oh, excuse me, got the hiccups. In here, and it will turn it into hop graphite ingots. Cool, straightforward. And we need that because I want to start making reactor parts, and I need those ingredients, or the hop graphite ingots, for the fuel rods in the reactor. So I still need a bunch of that processed, but we ran into an issue in the last episode, and that was excess water. So the system itself, let me just put these guys away. This pulls out the, yeah. So when this is producing the coke dust, it produces creosote, which is what we have too much of at the moment, and polluted water. So we then built the chemical reactor thingy here, chemical plant, which will turn polluted water into sulfur and plain water. And I complained about not having a trash bin for the plain water. Frogman suggested running it back through the boilers and using them in the boilers, and that's no fun. So I've got another quantum entangler porter here. Oop, there goes some sulfur pollution. This guy leads somewhere. So I was thinking to myself, what can I do to get rid of this water? There's no fluid trash cans, there's no trash cans in this pack at all. And generally the idea behind Factorio, and look, there is modded items that allow you to void like fluid and etc. But I don't think there's anything in the base game. The idea is to reuse everything. But I came up with a solution, and to find that solution, one, I should grab a bucket of water, right? Take it with me. And you know what, there's water over here. Let's just zoom over here. Right. It's coming into winter again. And I need my bucket of water. And I need to go here. Alright. So, solution to the problem. One, let's make sure there's no baddies around. And two, what happens when you place water in the nether? It disappears. So what do? I pump the water over to the nether. This will push buckets of water out through this fluid outlet into the environment, a bucket at a time, which is why that's sitting at 750 mil, and it won't. Jeez, something's dying. It died. So it'll pump it out into the world here, and it disappears. So I don't think I can place this in here, but it just voids it. So all my water from that process comes to the nether and is voided. So there you go, Golrith. That was my solution to getting rid of excess water. So I have its own channel set up in the quantum entangler porter. And obviously the nether's a nasty place in this pack, but it's alright with the laser rifle. It has its own channel. So if I go over to the quantum entangler porter, I've got a wastewater channel. I also have an ore channel. I'll show you that in a second. So I've made a few of these now that I've got an income of osmium. Because the main channel is obviously the one that goes to the moon. The ore channel comes from over there, and then the wastewater pumps from here out. So if I did have any extra wastewater, perhaps I end up with something capturing sulfur and turning it into sulfur water. I know Frogman has a whole process which is way above my my brain power, honestly. I've got a lot of sulfur pollution up there which I could try and capture, but yeah, if you've got something that's, you know, processing a bunch of sulfur or polluted water, then this is the solution to it. I don't know if I've got any polluted water out here actually. I did have some at some point. Oh, here we got a little bit. So I can now grab this polluted water. Obviously I'd use a bigger tank. Oop, there's a bit of lag. I've got to go and check those drills. And I could bring that over here and fill the fluid one. Dump that in. And it processed it. Water's gone. Sulfur's probably been pulled out. And the water, yeah, not a problem. So yeah, that's my little solution. It'll work reasonably well. I don't see it being a big drama. And I think, yeah, long and short of it, no need to worry about that process. It'll deal with itself. What I do need to worry about is the fact that I've got creosote building up in there. So I went ahead and I set up a crafter over here, an IE one, to... Really? Here I was thinking I've moved all these cables away from somewhere where it'll hurt me. Let's fix this before we go too far. Let's put that up there instead. Worst case, I'll move the lamp. So you can see I've cleaned up the base a bit. Golrith did say he was going to take I took an overhead shot from up here somewhere of all my cables and mess, and he's going to put it in the page for the pack. And I went, oh, I'm going to clean it up now. So I've done a bit of work on cleaning things up. It's not super neat. I could run all these cables underground yet, and I probably will at some point, but just not now. So one of these out here, I think it's this guy, now makes tanks. So we have elite fluid tanks being made in here. We've just got 4 items of each being added. And it's because you need four basic fluid tanks to be able to make carbon plate. They don't stack, so it does need to be moved out and back around. And to make the elite, which is 128 buckets, requires 4 advanced. So that's an elite. There we go. It's moving all the items around. It'll slow. It obviously needs some more green circuits. I'm a bit struggling on green circuits at the moment. I have considered using. There is a recipe for these guys. It's a recipe for the metallurgic infuser for the circuit here, which is redstone and osmium. So that's a consideration to do. So I may end up setting that up just in like making another one of these guys, and you know, same thing as I've got here, bringing in the compressed redstone and just having it set up. I don't know, maybe I'll reuse this. Maybe I'll use this guy. Need some more item ducts, but we can do that. And add redstone and we can make circuits with it. Alright, so I'll finish doing what I'm doing first, which is this elite fluid tank. And he is going to go here for now. Should have a fluid duct I'm going to make hardened ones because lag is a thing, right? And I'm just going to put this on output. And that'll slowly fill up. Probably faster than I expect it to, but 120 buckets, we've got 7.8. And this will probably be kicking off again. Yes. And turning stuff into coke dust, which will get extracted if I turn this on. It should get extracted. I'm pretty sure I've got that hooked up over there. Give it a bit. I think I hooked up automatic connection. Yep, it's here. Coke dust coming in. So it'll do its thing. Alright, let's look at that next item. Let's grab some more ducts. Some more item ducts. What have I got in the way of? I've got some servos, I've got some filters. Should keep us going. I probably should set up like the tanks to be delivered to here too. Let's grab a little bit of redstone. None in there. How much osmium have I got? Got a bunch of osmium dust. Now I have set osmium up to go into here now, and it will slowly process through this guy. So I've got iron, copper, and osmium set up to be processed through this thing, and it just keeps 16 in there at once. We've caught up on our iron process. The copper's a little low. This thing is turned on at the moment, so it's extracting and filling as needed. But the osmium will take a little bit of time. We've got a ton of it here. Because we've got osmium processing through here. So eventually it's going to get to the point of being too much. And I probably should just turn that off for now. Redstone, coal. Turn my magnet off maybe. I don't seem to be getting heaps of osmium into here, so I'm not sure what we're doing there. Let's chuck that away. I still need some osmium though, so let's just grab one of them. Some of this. Oh, actually I don't need redstone, do I? Because I will grab something else. Let's quickly set this guy up. You... I don't want to just grab that. I'll grab some out of over here. And take half of that. Should kick things off and start feeding again. Very good. Take out impulse item ducts. One on top. And set input on the top. Hello? That's a fluid duct. Duh. Item duct. Okay, fluid duct. Filter. And whitelist 16, this guy. Oh, that shouldn't be items in, should it? That should be purple. Fuse. Inputs this side. No. That's not what I asked for. Inputs here. We're going to put filter on this. We're going to say 16, and I want osmium. And then like that. And then we want output. Cool. Once things kick off, eventually, redstone control on. You should be set to auto eject. There it goes. There goes another one. Going in here. Very good. So osmium is what needs to come in here now. Again, I don't have tons, but it's another process to get some basic control circuits going. And I can just sort of set and forget. And then that should auto eject. Hopefully that'll, once it works itself out. Cool. Another nice little thing just cleaned up and done. What else was I going to work on this episode? I cannot remember. Okay, so a couple of things that I have fixed in between episodes. I've cleaned up the cabling under here. You can see I've moved my controller down, and I've got cable coming in the back, I've got cables coming in the side, and I've got cable coming in, I think it's the side or the front. That has fixed up my shelf over here. So I now have enough channels. They're all on. So the whole system is now up and running properly again. And all of this is now accessible to the system, which is very nice. Another few changes that were made, and you might have seen it over here. I now have my single spot chests set up, and they're set up to have just like one stack of each of these control circuits. I was having to run all over the base to get these circuits, and that was one solution to the problem. Another one could possibly be actually getting some more of these guys, and you know, for things like this, the reinforced alloy and enriched alloy, because I wouldn't mind these being nearby. I'd like them in here too, but I haven't unlocked the dense things yet. Other thing I did was set up an interface here, so this chest was always getting full by any junk or stuff that came through my system here, especially off this guy, which he's empty at the moment. But the titanium is coming from my drills. So in between episodes, again, started cleaning up cabling on this side, and I need to do a bunch more. I need to swap out this leadstone for some of the redstone ones, and get rid of more of these cables. I have set the MV cables to go into here, so they are voiding, and hopefully we can clear up a bit of space, trying to make my storage a little bit less messy. But yeah, we've got a few things we can probably get rid of. Just trying to minimize them down, trying to clean up some more of these quests. I don't think I've got the solar panels done yet. No, we're still at 348. It's going through slowly, very slowly. Let me get rid of some of this stuff. Yeah, you can go. Oh, you're full. Cool. All right. So out here, check my filters as I go. Out here, I've got 2 mining drills running. I forget what was in that chunk, but it had a bit of titanium, a bit of hardened stone, and hardened stone is something that I fall short on. Bit of gold, bit of hardened stone, bit of titanium. So I threw these 2 drills down. I pulled the emerald or the uranium drill head from that one over there. But this guy's pretty full, and instead of using the minecart system, instead of like pumping it over into the minecart system, I chucked it through the quantum entangler. So I can move the system wherever I want it and drain a chunk of resources fairly quickly. Another thing I found is that I have a lot. This thing's... Come on. It's got a lot of health. This is why we're lagging, by the way. Oh my gosh. I had a lot of polluted earth over here, and I've just dug it out with my shovel. So gained a fair bit of that, and there was another big chunk under here. I think what it's caused by is that like sulfur or something will get trapped under the drill, and then it'll build up, and it'll end with a whole bunch of problems, to be honest. So yeah, this guy, he's built up a bit. I probably need to re-get this running. What do you like? Empty. How much is left in this chunk? Heaps. I'm restraining the urge to grab another, or make another quantum entangler port. It's not something I want to make on camera again though, because it takes me a little bit. Where are they coming from? There. And over there somewhere, but I don't know where. Alright, we've got a few minutes left of the episode. I think what I'd like to do is go on a little bit of a exploratory thing and show you guys one other quest. Oops, if I push the right button to reload my gun. We're going to go over to this here, the Barbacoa. So, daytime would be nicer, but let's just jump over there. Alright, now one of the quest things to do in the bestiary is this here. We need to kill 32 Barbacoas, and we're going to get to choose one of these things for it. Now these things are spawned by the guy that lives in that big chair. So I'd like to, and we are like 2,000 blocks from home. Excuse me. There's a bit of a desert here. We've, but this is a savanna. These villages will spawn in a savanna. So will a few other things. So again, nighttime's probably not the best time for me to do this. But I did pick a nice tall tree to start my stuff in. Let's zoom on in. And he's already trying to shoot me. So his weapon is powered by the sun, which is funny because it's night time. And my laser gun will take him out in one hit. Nice. He's just trying his best to hit me. Have another shot. And he set his own stuff on fire. I wonder if he can get you underwater. He's getting me. Time to leave. There we go. So these guys will obviously make a meal out of you. And as you've seen, I do have keep items on death. Yeah, it's something I did. It's a little bit cheaty, but it's all in good fun. I don't know what his range is. Fairly decent, actually. We can get out this far too. Oh, they're all in the water. Oof. It's a decent range. So I don't know if I can just sit here and like pick them off. That could be interesting, but no fun. They all drop masks too. So I should probably turn my thing on. I don't think they can get me under the hut. Interesting. Mask of Fear, Mask of Misery. Take that, my friends. Alright, run to the next building. Just trying to get to the 32, right? He's not real happy with me. There we go. That's the 32. Wow. I'll just sit here and take him out. There we go. Cool. Get his mask. Alright, so that's one of the little bonus areas, and we collect some of this stuff and use some of it to build with, like that guy. But yeah, pretty. These are reasonably rare. I didn't find heaps while I was out and about looking, and this is why I had to come so far to be able to find it. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up here. Next episode we might tackle the carrier over there, but that's going to take a little bit of preparation. I don't have the actual top level guns that I should to take on a carrier. So anyway, next episode hopefully we can get the reactor going, and we'll see how we go in the meantime getting the hop graphite ingots. But until then, thanks for watching, comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.